Hi Leo, it's going to be a reading for March 2022. Keep in mind, even though the intention is for March, these readings are timeless, so please use what resonates when guided to watch these videos. If you come across it, it is the right time for you. Also, please use spiritual discernment when watching any of these tarot readings, especially mine. You can go with a sign that you're guided to, or you can use your birth chart, your sun sign, your moon sign, rising, anywhere in your birth chart. Just keep that in mind when watching any of these videos. Also, just as, not a warning, but I live near Betty's very busy road, and I live in a very busy house, so especially around this time I'm recording it. If you happen to hear dog barking, I do apologize. There's nothing I can do, but I did plug my mic in, so hopefully that does ease some of that sound. We're gonna hop right into it with the present energy of Leo. Okay, we got the Page of Swords. It seems to be the theme. Page of Swords is someone, it could be a message, you sending a message to someone, or someone sending a message to you. This is also about just learning something, just figuring things out with newfound knowledge and practicing it. Also could be a little bit like eavesdropping, could be gossiping. Won't know till we get into the energy. Let's see what your challenge is. Let's see what Leo's challenge is. Okay, we got the Star. Now, the Star is about, you know, things being restored. It's also about your hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true. I think this has a lot to do with, especially with this page here, in the present energy, the challenge. If the Star is the challenge, that's more about you bringing out all the information that you have now, knowing you have all the information you need, and figuring out how to achieve whatever goal this is. These two cards did fall out, but I'm going to put them back in the deck. We do have the Two of Swords as well as the Five of Cups, so there might be some grief here on trying to make a choice, possibly between two dreams, or knowing you have to give up some kind of comfort zone you may have, especially if this is chasing a dream job-wise. Maybe quitting your job, or your current job, or quitting something in order for you to go about your dream, go about the road that you're trying to go down. Whatever you're wishing here, seems like you have to make a choice to cut something off in order to be able to do this. Let's get what's hiding from Leo. Okay, Death card, transformation. Okay, so any comfortability that you're going through right now probably has to do with that that transformation of death. You know, I feel like, especially with this Death card here, I'm feeling it could possibly be for some of you a side of you that needs to die off, perhaps a habit, perhaps a way of you that you always thought you knew, a way that has always been more comfortable for you expressing yourself. Yeah, I got the Two of Pentacles. This is giving a little bit of identity here, because the Pentacles is like earth, you know, just trying to balance one identity with another. Some of you might want to be more peaceful, even though you might be a little chaotic, or even the other way around. You could be more peaceful, but trying to be, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a little bit more out there expression wise. Leo normally is very expressive and a fire sign, so please use your discernment on how this is going to resonate with you. But I do feel like this is about identity, not identifying with one thing in order for you to tap into and come into your truer identity that reflects what you're trying to manifest here, what you're wishing here. You know, the Star is a very divine card, and so is the Death card. So I feel like this has a lot to do with spiritual path, like what ties our spirit to our destiny. Okay, let's get the strength that Leo needs to use at this time. Wow. So we got the Sun card. Now I did kind of see it in reverse. So I feel with the Sun card, let me pull one more actually. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I got the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, so I was meant to see it in reverse. So with the Sun card being in reverse, it's giving very Hermit because this is at the bottom of the deck. Normally Sun is about happiness, being out there. It's more like it's like your inner child, right? And for the Hermit here to be at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is about introspection, finding ooh, excuse me, finding even going deep within, deep into your darkest depths to find your inner child. Now, you might even be doing that, or you might not know what that means, but basically that's all about finding this raw part of you that was probably more reflected at a time when you were a child. Because I am seeing the death card here, and the sun is technically fire energy. The sun, you know, Leos, y'all are ruled by the sun. And I feel like there's something about what you're trying to tap into when it comes to your inner child. It might be very difficult. You might not realize that there is something deeper here that you might have not uncovered. Don't worry, I will be clarifying each of these as I go, especially that sun card, because I feel like there is a lot underneath that, and I really want to get into that. What that strength? It feels like you got to dig deep, you know, like deep. It's funny because I was just thinking 6 feet deep, especially with the death card here. Like that's how far they dig deep to bury someone, and it's deeper than that. I can't wait to clarify that. What is the spiritual guidance and advice for Leo? Okay, 7 of Pentacles, investment. Let me see. Oh, you're not even seeing that. Hold on. Oh goodness, I'm not even using all this space. Here we go. Sorry about that. 7 of Pentacles is about investing. This is about comfort, finding one's comfort. You know what's so funny? I think that it's about being I'm feeling like it's about being comfortable again. Being comfortable again to do something, or especially with this Page of Swords, say something, expressing yourself, being comfortable to express yourself in a certain way. It's like a dark side. Expressing your dark side. Huh. That's very, very important here. What is in the dark side that you need to express? I got the 10 of Wands, so we got a lot of burden here. So I feel like there is some burdens deep within, and it's definitely giving me childhood because of that child right there on the Sun card that's not able to express it. Let's just go right into clarifying it. There is a deeper message here that I really want to unlock for you. So this is the present energy for you. Let's get the present energy, clarify the Page of Swords. That was fast. What clarifies the Page of Swords is the Page of Swords. So that's definitely confirmation. 9 of Pentacles, that is about independence in terms of security, as well as abundance, possibly your money. And the Fool card, which is a brand new beginning, being naive. Or feeling more naive, or feeling more like trusting a brand new way of going about things, especially communication. And then we have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is all about communication, hands down. Yep. This is about being able to feel secure in how you express yourself. And I think the reason why it's coming off like, remember when I just said like 6 feet deep, like dark, like your dark side? I think you've been made to feel it's your dark side, and perhaps it is your dark side. I'm not sure. For some of you it is. For some of you, other people have perceived it to be. But regardless, whether it is or it's been perceived as that from your environment, somebody, I feel like, how do I express? Regardless of that, this is a very important part of you and a part of your identity. Like, it's, you know what I'm feeling? I feel like some of you guys are saying like, I'm not that nice, but I'm trying to be nice, because every time I say this in my natural way, my impulsive way of saying things, I'm judged. Because I do think Leos tend to get a lot of judgment, in my opinion, for how they express themselves. Usually because there's haters. honestly, a lot of times it's because it's haters, it's jealous people. A lot of people don't know how to handle it. I feel like Leos have such a confidence in the way they speak and it's out there that you really tend to trigger people. You really do. And I feel like I think it's something that you have learned since childhood or since back in a previous, you know what I'm saying, life. And you've had to kind of suppress that and stifle it and have kind of over time felt like this was your dark part of you. But it needs to come out for some reason. There's something about it. I think it's toughness and it's honesty, especially, that needs to come out. You know? You guys are ruled by the sun. You can't have the sun. You can't even appreciate the light of the sun without darkness anyway. So think about that. All right, let's clarify the challenge, the star. Okay, Six of Swords, being able to go into calmer waters after a storm. So a lot of you guys, obviously, through this, I have been through a lot of okay, a lot of crap. And with that Six of Swords and the Star, I feel like you're on the right path. And I feel like some of you guys are still a little bit shaken up. So it's kind of like, let's say you want to express yourself, you know what I'm saying, to somebody. You want to have a conversation, whatever it is. This can be romantic or otherwise. And it's like, oh, I can't talk to this person because before in the past when I would try to talk to this person, this would happen to me. You know what I mean? This is not only romantic, friendships, probably even coworkers, just mere acquaintances, just strangers. It's like I can't even be my full self because somebody's always reacting some type of way. And it's like, it's because of you yourself being triggered by the past and having to adapt to that. That's finna stop. That's definitely finna stop. With the Death card here and what's hiding from you, this is something that I feel is really gonna come to a head, and you're gonna really see how much it's stifled you and who you are. Okay, the Strength card. That's funny because that's literally in what the challenge is, but the Strength card is ruled by the Leo for sure. You see her face? Who do you think she is? Right? But notice the Lamb too. I feel like a lot of you guys, because here with the Strength card, it's understanding your strength as a lion, your ferociousness, but it's also learning when to be the lamb. And I feel like in this case, a lot of you guys had learned to be the lamb in terms of just for survival or dealing with relationships. And I feel like, especially because I saw that Hermit card, I feel like it's caused a lot of you guys to maybe feel or isolate yourselves or not fully be able to commit to certain relationships because, you know, if you move like a lion, people will try to, you know what I'm saying, defend themselves against you because you frighten them. But with the lamb, nobody's scared of a lamb. But a lot of you guys are going to be learning, if you haven't already, with that Death card there, that people are not scared of lambs. No, everybody loves a lamb, but some people don't, and some people will be hunting lambs and wanting to hurt them just because they come off weak and vulnerable. I feel like y'all about to learn a balance. Oh, and look at that at the bottom of the deck. Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, a balance of, I'm feeling hard, much so with these Pentacles. This is an identity thing. Even if this situation is referring to a job or you are referring to romantic relationships or any kind of intimate relationships, friendships, and whatever this has to do with in your life specifically, I feel like the root of the energy has a lot to do with your identity, particularly how you see yourself versus how others see you, and how you've had to adapt seeing yourself. And even if you didn't adapt how you see yourself, you definitely had to adapt how you project yourself to how others will see you. And that time is coming to change. Let me get clarifiers for the Death card and what's hiding from Leo. Okay, we got the Eight of Pentacles. That is hard at work. One perfecting one's craft. And I'm feeling very strongly, as I said, the Pentacles have a lot to do with just identity, but more so security as well. Like, I'm working on feeling secure with myself and who I am. This aspect. I'm not saying you guys aren't secure in who you are. I'm saying that you're learning how to be more secure and expressing an aspect of yourself that you didn't feel you could do before. You get some more. Okay, Four of Pentacles. We have saving oneself, pulling back. You see how she's holding her purse, her value. Get one more, please. And the Page of Wands in reverse. It's all about figuring out ways to express oneself. We got the Seven of Cups, which is kind of fantasizing, could be illusions, it's options. But with this, excuse me, with this conjunction here of cards, I feel like it is you working on, with the Eight of Pentacles, working on the ending of pulling back yourself. As that page, the page don't say nothing to no one. It silences or stifles a particular kind of action, and I feel like a lot of you guys, that's gonna be over soon, very soon, very soon. Underneath that Two of Cups, I see, or underneath the Seven of Cups, I see a Two of Cups that equates to a Nine of Cups. That is about emotional fulfillment of the self. Also, I do feel with this Two of Cups that a particular very significant relationship with someone probably may have been a catalyst for this. Let's see the strength for Leo to use at this time. Clarify, please. The Sun in reverse. Oh man, we got a lot here. Oh man, whoa. Four of Swords, healing. And again, I feel like there's a lot of pain from the past, and pain is the experience of pain, especially through others perhaps, has been the reason why you've been in this state. There's the Six of Wands, being recognized and recognizing oneself. Healing when it comes to all that has to do under that subject, like healing from people who didn't recognize you, healing for all the time and forgiving yourself for all the times you didn't recognize yourself. Four of Wands is the environment that you're in. You know, it's like a domestic situation, or your home, or just, you know, where you reside. A lot of this pain could have something to do with your home life, or it has a lot to do with you sitting at home and realizing this at home. We got the Five of Cups, which is that grief. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is things turning around. Can you see that? Yeah. Things turning around for the better. So I feel like a lot of healing, a lot of alone time, sitting with oneself, comforting that inner child is very healing, and telling your inner self the stuff that you wish you heard as a child. I recognize you. I recognized you, and you are worthy to be recognized. People will recognize you. People do recognize you. You are accounted for. You are loved. Despite that grief, it's time to heal from the past. It is time for us to come out of the closet. I think with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it will take some time, because the Knight of Pentacles is more like a slow and steady wins the race kind of card to me. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of practice with being consistent with oneself. Let's get the spiritual advice here for the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, we have Temperance. That's really Temperance. Notice, look at that. Remember how I just said the sun, the light of the sun can't exist without the darkness, and we have its opposite, the moon here. Your emotions, your right to feel a certain way, your right to express your feelings, your right to be a Leo, but that other side of you as well. Whether people are like, oh, maybe she's too emotional, maybe she's too sensitive, maybe he's too fiery, maybe he's, you know what I mean? I don't know what, because this is a general reading, I don't know what entailed in each and every one of your lives, but I feel like there is a balance here. And also Temperance is healing, by the way. It's investing in the time of healing and balancing one's self. Okay, let me click it more clarifying. Okay, we got the Eight of Cups in reverse. Just so funny, because normally the Eight of Cups is like walking away from things that emotionally do not serve you. But with the Eight of Cups in reverse here, I feel like it's like not backing down for what you really want. I'm not backing down. I'm not walking away. I'm not running away from anyone or anything that I really want anymore, because I know that I need to awaken this part of me in order to go and get what or who I want. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is that ultimate fulfillment of being secure. The Queen of Pentacles knows what she wants. She knows her value. To the highest degree, she thinks of herself very highly as the queen. She has high expectations. She can be a little high maintenance, in my opinion, as well, but in the best way. You know, it's just I want the best things. It's not about I want the most fancy or most expensive things. I mean, high maintenance is I want the best. I deserve the best. In order to be the best, or in order to get the best of what I want, whether it's the best relationship for me, the best area of living, the best job for me, the best career, the best dream, whatever it is, you activating this part of yourself that the world in all this time has told you that you shouldn't, and it's caused you to feel to stifle that out of protection. Now you realize it's going to be one of your greatest strengths in this new cycle for you. And we have the Magician, so it's really up to you to manifest that. Nothing or no one's going to really truly come and bring that out of you. This is you. You have to kind of dig yourself. You have to dig yourself out, honestly. And I feel that, you know, with Leo energy, you're clearly very capable. Let's get some tea leaves. Okay, teardrop, great personal sorrow. That speaks of a lot of the pain that you guys had to deal with. Candle, you will be shown the way. It's so funny because I just literally said nobody's going to dig you out. But with the candle being you will be shown the way, what is that? What does candle hold? A flame. It's your flame. Your flame will show you the way. Your passion will show you the way. That fire will show you the way. Masculine energy, meaning masculine is an action. Determination, going forth, your will, your free will, that'll show you the way. I also got to beware of self-delusion. Again, that speaks about identity and seeing yourself a certain way. Well, I'm like this and I do this and I tend to want to say this is more my natural way to do this, so that means I'm blank. Be weary of where that came from. Be weary. Is that your thought? Is that really your thought? Like, truly, have you been taught that? Have you decided that? Like, really, just think about it. Also, look what this dragon is breathing. Fire. Okay, lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. I feel there is a lot of anger here and resentment. I feel like some of you are very hard on yourselves when you are not capable of fully pulling back your energy. An energy you might perceive to be a certain way about yourself. I think you get very angry. Some of you get very angry with yourselves and may be saying self-deprecating things about yourself to yourself. That's literally the opposite of what you want to do, because what you're not realizing is, I mean, most of you are probably grown adults, but that child is still there. Like, imagine you could see yourself as a child and watch all the pain that you've went through, you know, and how devastating that would be, you know. And now imagine seeing the face of somebody who caused a lot of that pain, and it's now yourself. That's what happens when you use self-deprecating language on yourself. So please be mindful of that, because we did see the Magician and you are manifesting your inner self to be a certain kind of way. Okay, Fly, a period of ill health and depression. A lot of this, of everything I've been saying to you that you've been going through, and a lot of the stifling and pulling back and holding in that I just speak on is exactly tied to your health. A lot of you guys don't want to be the fire sign that you really are, because you're afraid you are going to be seen how people tend to see fire, as dangerous and hot. But holding that in is literally causing you ill, whether it's mentally with a depression, or any kind of mental illness, or actual physical illness as well, or both. You are recognized. Recognize yourself. You are highly, highly thought of. You are accounted for in this world. What I'm going to do now, lastly, is pick a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. And I'm going to read a little bit of what they have to say in the book, because some of the stuff they be saying in here is very profound. So I'm going to pick a card for you. Look how pretty this card is. Oh my god. Oh, 31 equates to a 4. Foundation, security, home, within oneself. Trust yourself. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to read that. Let's get to it. Okie doke. Just gonna find ear. Okay. You are wise. You know how to grow, even without knowing how you know. Like the ancient forests, spectacular galaxies, and the acorn that becomes the oak, there is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force that is so palpable, it literally shapes the world. At the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be alright. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. This oracle brings the message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken, when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. There is so much happening. Below the earth. Oh, and what I say about the earth, 6 feet deep and digging and all that. Oh, okay, sorry. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might, power, and force it needs to push above the topsoil and burst up into the light. It is essential for anything good to happen later on. Yet we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. You're being asked to trust yourself. Trust in yourself. You know how to grow. Don't overthink things. It won't help you. Don't worry so much. You are doing a great job in this game of life. When you trust yourself, you relax and you can heed your own wisdom, insight, and messages much more clearly and easily. This oracle comes with particular guidance. You have big destiny this lifetime and much to experience. Sometimes you make the error of judging something that is unpleasant and negative or a mistake. It isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Simply let it be. Maybe it's just fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all part of your life process, and it's all a sign of growth. This oracle is also telling you not to resist any points of instability in your life. This even applies to your most treasured relationships or creative projects. That instability is just a growing pain, becoming more consciousness, more love, and more light wants to infiltrate and pervade all parts of your life. The instability is not a sign of sickness, but of growth. So don't fret. Instead, choose to flow and grow. I'm going to read the healing process. I feel like this is necessary here. Close your eyes and relax for a moment. Breathe in and out. Let your awareness drift away from worries and day-to-day matters and settle instead on the feeling of warmth inside your body. Then slowly imagine, sense, feel, or perceive that you have an acorn in your hand. You are standing in nature as sunrise breaks, flooding the horizon with color and light. As you hold the acorn up to the light of the rising sun, something magical happens. Out of the acorn, a hologram shines forth. It is a blueprint of this entire being that is yet to be. You see an acorn in that hologram, but you also see a marvelous oak tree. You see the wildlife that will support and be supported by that tree, the ecosystem of which it is a part. You see yourself holding the acorn up to the rising sun. You see seasons demarcated, 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 I'm pretty sure. You see seasons demarcated as rings of time within the trunk of the tree. You see the passing lives of many people that enjoy the oak tree through its long life. Place the acorn down on the ground as the sun continues to rise. Imagine, if you will, kneeling and touching your forehead lightly to the earth in reverence for the genius of growth. That same genius lives within you. In your own time, open your eyes and go about your day. You have completed your healing process. And that was the Oracle card, Trust Yourself. Alright, I hope you Leos enjoyed this reading. Till next time, bye.